This is Chris with I guess I'm going to call my channel the Messy Garages. It's a disaster in here. But I wanted to do some videos. Big fans of Jerry and Trevor and the Redneck Garage. So I decided to try some of my videos on them. I'm only going to do ones I haven't seen before. This is an 8/8 axle that I'm going to be installing in my 97 TJ. And then today's video, I'm actually going to show you how to install an Aussie Locker in an 8/8. And then my next video will actually be going to install it. So I'm going to give you a view here real quick of what this axle looks like. And I apologize for my dog barking in the background. But this is a axle I ordered from a Josh Jones out of Colorado with SFF Customs. The amount that I paid for it, I couldn't really build and do it myself unless I knew how to weld, and I didn't know how to do it. But I'm really happy with the welds that I got here and the quality. But last night I threw on a coat of POR 15, and then I'm going to go ahead and paint it after I get the locker installed. But let's go ahead and get started with that. Alright guys, the first thing you got to do is remove the center pin. Release this side screw here. Takes an 8mm ratchet. And you can make sure to turn this down because this center pin will come out pretty easily. Now I don't know if you guys can see, since I'm on 456 gears, the ring gear teeth are actually too large to actually go across here and pull out the pin. There's two things you can do. You can either grind them down like what happened with what Josh did for me when he built this axle, or you can use a cross pin. But since I'm using a lunchbox locker that uses that pin a lot for the traction and whatnot, there's been a lot of things I've read where that cross pin will actually break. So I like to use a full pin. But once we get this guy out here, should keep that in a safe place, and now just slide right out. We'll just turn this and walk the spider gears out. Well, I always like to keep those just in case, if something happens with the locker. You can always throw those back in if you need to. There should be. There's the C-clips we got to remove, and those can be removed with just pushing on them with a screwdriver, or you kind of want to push your axle in there and get that out easier. Grab that. Keep these safe. I'm going to do the other one, just kind of push that out. Now, from what I've read, the 8/8 is actually stronger than the 44, even though this is Dana 44, that is, even though this 8/8 is actually a C-clip axle like the Dana 35, but the shafts are much larger. And even if you somehow do manage to break one of these axles by beating the crap out of it, the disc brakes will keep your axle from popping out, which is the main reason I'm getting rid of my 35. So I do not want to be stranded on the trail because of that. So here you're going to need this for the Aussie Locker install. These little thrush washers out here on the drive gears. Yeah, maybe not. Yep, there they are. Just make sure you save those, because those will go right with the Aussies, making sure that's all good. Same thing on this side. And I'm going with an Aussie because I have one on my 30 front already, and I really, really like it. It's made in America, which I try my damnedest to keep any of that Chinese crap off my Jeep. The warranty's good. And this Jeep isn't my daily driver either, so I'm not too worried about running into any kind of issues with that. Look, those washers down here, still on there. And plus, in South Carolina, we never, if it does snow here, we're shut down anyway, so it's not like I'll be going anywhere. But I wouldn't recommend running 2 automatic lockers in your Jeep if you're somewhere where you'll hit snow, or because it can get kind of squirrely on you. right. Okay. All right, move on to the next part here. All right, guys, here's the new side gear of the Aussie Locker here. What we're going to do, go ahead and put that thrust washer, and it's brand new. You always want to make sure these are in good condition if your axle's got a lot of miles on it, but since it's just rebuilt, we should be good. Go ahead and get some axle grease. It's just kind of going to hold it in place while you assemble everything. Kind of like a simple glue here. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and set it in. Alright, I'm going to go out on this side, stick the C-clip back on here for that. Stick this guy in here. There's enough grease in there. Alrighty. It's in there like that. I'll go ahead and do the other side. Take that thrust washer on there. Get a nice coat. And this axle is a lot easier with the Dan30. Actually, I removed the whole carrier to get everything installed, which was kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. That's the axle. There we go. Go ahead and get that C-clip back on there. Pull that back. Oh, I forgot something about that. Yeah. I read that you had to wait until I get this on before you get rest on there. And kind of holds there. That's all in there now. Alright, move on to the next one. Alright guys, the next step is to insert the pins that we have here. And it's going to go with the pointy side into this little square recess here. Alright, momentary crisis averted. Drop the hand pin all the way to the bottom of the axle here, and that was kind of a pain in the ass to get back out. Alright, so let's try this one more time. Push that in there. And I did it again. Alright, crisis averted. Don't drop this in the bottom of the axle, because that turns into a pain in the ass to get that out. But okay, so once again, put the pin with the nipple facing out. It's easy. Once again, use a little screwdriver. Push it in there. Take spring. A little bit of grease. Let's get that guy in there. Sure to push it into you hear like a little click so you know it's seated. That's good. Alright. On to the next one. Alright. Take the pin. Check it's in there. Take your spring. Grease. Go. Yeah, make sure everything's nice and seated in there. Alright, the last one. Alright, take your last spring. No, that wasn't pretty easy. Alright, got that click in. Alright. See how we got nice uniformity there. And now, all we gotta do is get the pin back in. That's really all there is to it. Alright, just find the place in the car the pin comes through. Lined up. Sure everything's nice and clear. Put your pin. Make sure it's cleaned off. In there. All right. All right. Put that in there. Sure it's nice and tight, don't want that coming out. Alright. We are done. The only thing
that you need to pay attention to. And I'm going to do it separately because I think each Aussie Locker, the measurement, you're going to have the gap between here has to be within a certain amount. If it's too close, it won't disengage when you're trying to turn around. And if it's too loose, you'll just spin. And if it breaks, apparently they have the ability to actually look and see if that was in spec or not, and they'll void your warranty. So make sure that's in set. Let's see. Just going to put the brake calipers back on and the rotors, and then I'm probably going to start looking at getting this up into the Jeep. Normally you would put 2 wheels on this and test it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait to test it until I get it up on the Jeep. Like I said, I've installed one of these before, and it looks just about right, so I think we're good to go. If you have